the bright lights of Broadway just to the east of us, and we are under the lights as well at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mack. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now a run with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they?
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
Jason Myers for the expert.
Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep, and that's good inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
1st down, Dolphins.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Dobbins. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
To
J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That ties
Lutz
the game.
good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Marlon Mack, the
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is fielded at the 7. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Now Dolphins. Levante David in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 16, Allen. That's going to be caught by Judy. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he'll air this. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
The extra point is
if you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Focus, defense, focus. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
2nd and 11. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Dolphin football.
47-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run to Dobbins. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Squeeze, double up. Hey, check mark 50. Mike is a 50. Check mark 50. Come on,
Play action. Now it's Allen. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards. And we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
first down. He'll drop to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Myers for the extra point.
He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Myers connects on the PAT. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Allen, he'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Here's Dillon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
42-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, 53. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Chris Conley. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Oh, they go with the tight end carry. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Myers to kick off for the Jets.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
56 from my boy, 56. Shot 56.
From the gun, Allen will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. First down, Miami.
Operating from the gun, Allen over the middle, Incomplete to Judy. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a game.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Dobbins running out again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball
That call
carrier.
makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Well, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield. But he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On 1st down, Dobbins will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
From the gun, Allen. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 8. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop can really hurt their momentum.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game.
Jason Myers.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Mikel Roby-Coleman on the tackle. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And now they'll throw with Allen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Operating from the gun, Allen. That's caught left side by Judy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as they got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
First down, Dolphins.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jerry
Jeudy with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Dolphins 34, Jets 21. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
58, come on. 58, come on. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, so close to an interception. Red on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
He was covered by...
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. But down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw to the right side and complete to Thomas. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
50 the mark. Mike's 50. You got this, man.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Dolphins. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
That's it, baby. You gonna work.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 56. Check 56. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd down and goal. Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Whiskey turn. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ricky. Jim.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
319.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Dolphins. 43 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. 2nd and goal from the 1. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. A running play there going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now he'll try to run with this.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
58, come on. 58.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The pass.
Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Tonight's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.